What up, is Marcus? We're doing starts of the week. These are players that could potentially be benched that we would like to actually start this week in fantasy football. This is week 8, so this is an important time because this is getting to be the point where it is halftime. This is where you start to see where your team is, what moves you need to make. If you're a really, really good team, then you are starting to maybe trade even for players that have a bye week coming up, or trade away players that have already had their bye week. Try to work in some different strategies, but we're just going to go through starts of the week. At least 3 players in every single category here. And if you have further questions on starts, please just comment below and I will get that to you as long as you make it in a timely manner. If you do it at Sunday at 11:50, I'm sorry, I'm not going to respond to you at 11:51. I will probably try to figure out my own rosters. I'll try to be making just concrete, making sure my rosters are doing well. So, okay, let's go to quarterbacks right here. Kirk Cousins, Skull, Vikings. Now, if you're first to the channel, you're going like, hey, is he just going to do the whole Vikings team? No. But against the Cardinals, Kirk Cousins has scored 16 points in 3 of his last 4 games. Kirk Cousins has actually been a solid fantasy quarterback, and we're not looking for 25 points here, but we're not looking for the game that gets 10 or less. We're looking for a 15 to 20 point game, and that is what you're going to get out of Kirk Cousins here. I think he's a great start for week 8. Against Arizona's defense that has just been bad. I mean, yes, they stopped Geno Smith, but that was kind of not even a lukewarm thing. They still lost the game, and that's what it is. Tua versus the Lions. This is a good start here. Now, we saw Tua finish a game. We actually saw a Miami quarterback finish a game, which was something different for the last couple weeks. The Lions defense is piss poor. Now, yes, they did good against Dak Prescott, which worries me actually for Dak Prescott. But Detroit's defense is horrendous. And so I believe that Tua will have a great week here. And I think that you're looking at 18, 20 plus points, 18 to 24 points here for Tua Tagovailoa. And we're going to be talking about more Miami players here, but I think that he's definitely a start of the week. The last one is Danny Dimes against Seattle. Seattle's defense, again, has been bad. And Daniel Jones has been actually fairly good lately, and he's been mobile, and Seahawks have seemed to struggle against mobile quarterbacks. So Danny Dimes is going to be a easy start, a streamer start. If you have Herbert or Mahomes on bye, that these are definitely quarterbacks that you want to definitely start for week 8. Running backs, Tony Pollard versus the Bears. The Bears are the 8th easiest defense against the run, but I believe that Tony Pollard is going to have a good game against the Chicago Bears here. I feel like with what I saw even on Monday night against the Patriots, I feel like Zeke's going to have a decent game. Pollard's going to have a good game. And if you're wondering about Pollard, I feel like Pollard's in this like RB2 cat, running back 2 of their team, the Kareem Hunt, the AJ Dillon, and the Tony Pollard. You're trying to figure out which one of these RB2s of their team to start, and Tony Pollard would be the start. Raheem Mostert against the Lions. The Lions let up 10 rushing touchdowns. They are definitely a team that you want to start a running back against, so I am starting Raheem Mostert with full confidence, even over players like we're going to talk about tomorrow, Najee Harris and stuff. I am starting Raheem Mostert. And the last one is a little bit trickier. It is Devin Singletary. I believe he's going to be on the field a ton. And I think the Packers defense has shown to be against the run. And so I think Singletary will have a good game here. I'm just hoping he falls into the end zone. That's my hope. I think it's going to happen this week. Wide receivers. This is where it gets a little bit trickier here. Michael Pittman, and you would initially when I said Michael Pittman, I almost felt guilty because really you're looking at a player and you're like, oh man, he's an easy start, but he's had 10.9 points or less in 3 of his last 4 games, so he's not actually been a good fantasy player as of late. And so you might be thinking, do I bench him? Do I not bench him? And so I am starting him against Washington, who's the 8th worst defense. Now, I know Paris Campbell has gotten a ton more work lately, and even Alec Pierce has had a lot more work as well. And so, really, this is where I feel like Michael Pittman, and you're going to see Sam Ehlinger have a completely different take on this offense. So, I am starting Michael Pittman. Devontae Smith, 15-plus points in 3 of his last 4 games against a team, the Steelers, who have let up 9 touchdowns allowed on defense. Wait, is that what it says? 9 touchdowns? Yeah, 9. Yeah, 9 touchdowns. So I was just trying to make sure I read. Oh, man. I just randomly just started dying. Okay, anyways. 9 touchdowns. Sorry if I broke anybody's eardrums there. Sorry about that. Devontae Smith, he's going to be good. Just start him. Please start him. Please put him in over some of these wide receivers we're going to talk about again tomorrow. Tyler Lockett versus the Giants. Yes, Giants, you'd say, okay, DK Metcalf, no DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, easy start. But then you look at the Giants, they're the third toughest defense against wide receivers, and you go, maybe I don't start Tyler Lockett. Maybe it's going to be a struggle fest. And Tyler Lockett's actually had back-to-back bad games. And so I am actually starting Tyler Lockett. I am not worried about that actually at all. I am starting Tyler Lockett. Tight ends. Let's get a couple tight ends here before this video ends here so we can end your week. Well, Ertz versus Minnesota. Minnesota, sorry, you're the 6th worst defense against tight ends. And I feel like this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm thinking, 31-24. Like, I feel like this is going to be a high-scoring game. And my phone just alerted me that Rashad Bateman's out. Yes, I know Rashad Bateman's out, and I know Mark Andrews is out. And I have Mark Andrews in a lot of leagues, and it sucks. All right, anyways. Irv Smith against Arizona. Hey, look at that. Irv Smith, we're back. Arizona has let 7 different players, and that's in 7 weeks, of 10.1 points, 10.1 points or more, if I can actually speak English. That is just an incredible amount of points that they've just let up at the fantasy position of tight end. And so Arizona, I remember a couple of years ago, I felt like Arizona was the team they always wanted to start their tight end against. And apparently they were good for a period of time, but now they're back to sucking. Sorry, Arizona. So Irv Smith, who's against me in a lot of leagues, and that just stinks. So I'm going to have some fun here. I hate when I have players that I would like, these are my starts of the week, and then I look at the rosters against me, and they're just there. And I'm like, thank you. This is going to be fun. And then Tonyan against the Bills. I think that the Green Bay team is going to struggle. I think Packers are going to struggle against the Bills, but I think Tonyan has shown he's going to be a good outlet. And so I am actually starting Tonyan against the Bills. So I hope you enjoyed this 7.5 minutes here. We're going to do Sits of the Week tomorrow. And I'm going to try to put this video here before midnight, before we all go to bed, because I had a busy day today at work. So I had to do a bunch of different meetings and management stuff, so I did not actually get to put this out until today, or until later. So you might get this at 10. Hopefully my Wi-Fi is fast enough. All right, peace out. We'll see you tomorrow.